Testing. Alright, seems like we're good. Just gotta get this. Grab that. Reload here. Oh, hold on. Almost got everything ready before I eat the stream. Alright, hey guys, UAV Waffle here, and today I'm going to be showing, we're going to be attending a meeting with Flint Mischief, our chief architect here at NovaCore, and he's going to be showing off the B.A.N.G device. It's a top secret weapon project that I talked about last stream. Basically, well, Flint's going to explain everything during so, but it's a really big weapon, and it'll destroy it. Hopefully, in case of an alien invasion, it will be able to defend our planet. Well, that's enough chatting. I'm gonna head over there, and then I'm gonna join the Discord, which, judging by all the pings I'm hearing, is probably chaos right now. Yeah, sorry about my inventory being such a mess. This stream was a rush to get things ready. We're technically supposed to start. Let's see, what time is it? 24 minutes ago. Hello.
Sign in.
Ow.
I'm just gonna show you. I'm just gonna show you the B.A.N.G device, and you're just gonna place that sign on it, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, this is mine
Starting
now."
to burn. All right. Cool.
Nah, we probably
now.
won't.
But do you have any NovaCore flags we can place around everywhere?
I have a few that can be
It's
copied.
kind of expensive to make, lol.
We'll not worry about it now.
No, Justine, they require
Do they
like
require
they require a
enchanted
few
golden
lapis.
apples?
Oh, never mind.
Tyler,
What?
Tyler, come here.
Where
We're
are you?
almost at the B.A.N.G
Over here.
device.
No, you're not. Don't go to the device. Go to my base.
I didn't know
No,
that.
Colton, we can't go over it. We can't.
I know.
Do not read the Discord. Did anyone read the Discord thing?
No.
Based flag.
Base.
Overshot it a little bit.
Baseism.
All
Yeah.
right, cool.
All right.
Ow.
Sorry.
Oh, good, you're here. All right, everyone's here. We can begin.
Flat.
Wait,
Justin, you're
an endermite for real? This is the word.
What?
Here.
Justin.
Ow.
Beat him up. Beat him up. Take his lunch money.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, beat him up. Yeah, beat him up. Yeah, beat him up.
Stop fighting.
Nah, we should keep fighting.
All right. Is everyone
That'd
ready?
be pretty cacked.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready, Freddy.
All right, everyone, please follow me. Before we go, I'd like to say, make sure you listen to what I say and don't touch anything, and don't stray too far from the path, because otherwise this thing could kill you, and if it doesn't, I will. Don't break anything.
Yeah, it pulls out a totem.
I feel like this might be a threat to an official United Consortium of Systems, the commanding officer, but whatever.
It's not a
Oh,
threat,
it
it's
is.
a warning. It's like you're walking down
It's a
like
warning
this
shot.
path with saws on the left and right of it. It's not a threat that's like, don't stand in the saw blades.
Hey, I remember that tower. That's when the boat plague happened.
Oh yeah.
Where did
old
you go?
relic. Huh? Oh. hang on, everyone
I
stop
went in
right
my ender chest for like 1 second.
there. Colton, we're all leaving.
We were all just saying we were leaving.
Colton, follow me.
So, anyways, now that he's gone,
I'm not gone that long. I see that.
Slash
now you
Thanks
can
for
spam.
that
be here
belief one.
permanently.
Oh yeah. Hold on.
Wow.
Check inside the furnaces now.
Heck
Oh
funny.
wow.
There we go.
Heck dub.
See, now they're
Anyway.
base furnaces.
All right, everyone,
What are those
continue to
flags
follow
even
me,
for?
please.
The flags, that's the United Consortium of System flag.
Oh,
It's to
I haven't
claim,
seen-
it's to claim my block.
Wow, so you're gonna have to represent you. You're
Tyler,
gonna have to
Tyler,
represent
Tyler.
you and Liam and the whole consortium.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of what I'm here. That's why. That's literally
Zep.
why they sent me here.
Yeah.
Based.
Who put the burrito water filter in over there?
All right.
Zeph,
if you
slow
look
down.
over, if you look over
Zeph,
here,
slow
you
down.
can. If you look over
Zeph,
here,
snow.
Zeph,
I'm
be
faster
behind
than
me
you.
or else. All right. If you look over here, you can see it.
I do see it.
Who's in a ender chest? Spaghetti.
Spaghetti,
What?
get out of the ender chest.
Spaghetti.
It's
Stop
my
it.
ender chest.
Get
Wait, you're
over
the-
here.
What?
But
What do you do?
Flint has been.
Anyways, this is the B.A.N.G device.
Oh my, he's back in it.
Most
Put a
notable
sugar box back in it.
I'm just gonna.
Most notable parts are, don't step any closer than you are now. Most notable parts are the 4 netherite blocks and the nether star on top.
So, it's intriguing, this contraption, but I'm slightly frightened. Do you know how? Do you know how to operate this properly?
Oh yes, I am the one who
Can
made it.
we
invented it.
first establish what it does?
You'll get a demonstration actually. If everyone, please follow me up. Follow me up here, Spaghetti. I told you don't
What?
wander off.
I'm gonna beat him up. Yeah, well,
Flint,
he
I do
can't beat me. I haven't
believe
pinned
that
golden
you
apples.
should, after you showcase the weapon, I mean the B.A.N.G device.
The weapon?
I mean, it's obviously a weapon. It's called the B.A.N.G device.
Well, the scans indicate that there
I'm
is a
gonna walk
hostility
outside.
factor to it, though. As of right now, it is dormant.
Spaghetti, get inside that thing.
I
Get
don't want to
inside.
go inside. I am
Get inside.
claustrophobic.
Ban him right now.
Get
Ban him right
inside.
now.
Right. Spaghetti, if you do not listen to what I tell you, you will have to leave this area immediately.
We cannot, otherwise you might die.
Also, everyone
Is
get
it
off
radioactive?
Huh? Oh no, it's not radioactive.
I'm
Not
like ready
radioactive.
to
Get off the
pick
table.
a
Is
nuke.
this for
I need you to
basic
get off the
safety?
table, please. No one leave this room. That's important. Both of you get off the table, please. You can stand anywhere else.
Okay, cool.
Spaghetti.
Do we
This
need
is-
the eye shades?
I'm gonna stand here.
Alright,
I'm
so.
gonna get in this corner.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna stand in the back because I actually,
Oh, you can look. You can press up against the glass.
Ooh, pretty lights.
I mean, this. No, I mean, give everyone else a chance to look because I've been watching this thing since.
So.
This is the Nova Core project.
I built this. This is mostly built, and I'm mostly here to show off this to Wowza and the consortium. But I just showed you all here to kind of just show it off to everyone. So, Wowza,
Yes.
it is my belief that if people don't have a reason to, the more powerful will take advantage of the weaker.
Yes, this is
And
a common philosophy.
And in this case, you and all of the people up in space, you're more powerful than us. And we have stuff you want. Like Boridium. When I saw you take that, I knew, even if you offered us stuff for it, you'd never pay us equally. And if you found more stuff you'd want, you'd take it as well. You'd kick us all out of here and destroy everything if you found resources valuable enough to do it. Well, maybe not you specifically, but everyone in general.
Well, I know I have to speak for the entire galactic government here, but I would say that I highly doubt that they would kick everyone out of your planet just to suit our needs.
I highly believe that you would. Which is why I made sure I built this thing. This makes sure that can't happen. Because if you guys were to say start trying to take what is ours without any fair pay, sent some spaceships in we didn't allow, then this is what we would do to them. Keep in mind, this is firing at an extremely low percentage of its actual capabilities, very short range as of now, and low power percentage. 3, 2, 1, bang.
Oh. Huh.
Should press
So-
my face up against the glass.
That was a beautiful demonstration, Flint.
You are, as of right now, you and the consorption are banned from mining any baridium until we allow it.
Oh.
Once you've offered us something we think is worth taking, then you may begin mining it.
Is
Until
this a
then,
threat?
Oh, it
I feel like
quite
it is.
It varies.
This feels like an almost hostage situation in which I have no say in. I cannot
is
stop the
not a
baridium
hostage.
mining up.
This isn't a hostage. You
This
could
is
leave.
not a
You could leave
hostage.
this
Hold on,
planet
hold
and
on,
leave
hold
us alone.
Hold on,
You just
Flint.
can't
Hold on,
steal from
Flint.
us.
Hold on, Flint. Step down for a second.
Oh, allow it. Okay.
I do agree with what Flint's saying entirely, and the same fact what he said is true. This is not a hostage situation. We did not force you into this box. We simply said you had to go in the box, or, I mean, you saw what happened outside of the box. Okay, for your own safety. But I do want to make it...
Spaghetti,
I do
don't
want to
touch
make it
the
clear,
device.
this is simply,
Josh.
a precautionary device. Okay?
Yes, I understand that a weapon can be precautionary, and I am not in disbelief that you will not use this weapon to specifically harm our ships or anything in orbit if they were to come. However, I don't see the necessary reason to have this up as of right now to target us specifically. You realize that there's a
'Cause
bigger
it's
threat
funny.
out there.
Well, Flint did it because he's worried about you guys. I authorized it and assisted in the construction because you're not the only people up there. There's a civil war going on. We need this.
This is why we were going to bring in our devices. Now, I know that you do not trust our devices, but you'll have to as of right now. Now, I will say this is impressive craftsmanship, and
Oh, I feel it's
am
worth
slightly
mentioning. This can target
intrigued
things.
at how the creation of a device such as this could have been made.
Oh, it took a lot of research and a lot of stuff dying. It can, by the way, it can target anything. It's designed to target things in atmosphere, such as spaceships, and it can reach the majority of the planet. The beam can
Yes.
curve.
And this is also a warning simply to anyone here who is thinking about invading Novacore. If you have any wishes to invade Novacore, you'll have to talk to that machine first. This is
So it does it have like a ballistic arch that can hit people on the planet?
yes.
Oh yeah, it could hit people on the planet. Um,
Don't tell them that.
We want them to know that.
Also, and in case you're thinking that you could just simply damage the device or sabotage in some way, I wouldn't recommend that as touching this thing without knowing how to control it would probably kill you. And if
Can
you
I go
try and
try?
disassemble it
I've
without
been
knowing how to, it
No,
will kill
can't
you.
Try.
Don't
I
try.
want to die.
Oh.
No, I mean,
Ow.
Oh, you see,
Oh,
that's what
no!
happens. You see,
He's
that's what
dead.
happens.
I gotta teleport back.
Yes, you can. Hang on, I'll do that.
oh wow, a giant pile of free stuff.
It's not
calling
free
for
stuff.
me.
I mean,
All right, everybody, let's head it down to the
Hold on,
down from the
get my
platform,
stuff.
away from the B.A.N.G device.
It's calling
Spaghetti,
for
could
me.
you stop crawling on it?
Wowza.
I
Where's my
mean,
stuff?
I'm invincible. Okay, I'm not gonna die.
He's built different.
I'm just built different to like way too
Forward
much.
slash
Wowza.
KILLSP. Would you like me to continue, Spaghetti?
Well, that's using commands. That means that commands killed
Wowza,
me,
I
not
would like to
the
speak to
actual
you
machine.
separate from the
And
others.
plus, I'm just built different.
Oh,
there he
in
goes.
accordance to
Anyways,
which topic?
don't mind Spaghetti.
I would like to speak to you separate from everyone else.
Alright.
My advice.
Alright, if you could follow me.
I mean, I'd rather you not use commands to, like, kill people. It's just, that's kind
Anyone else have anything to say?
of... Yes.
whatever. Let's just get in a separate call. I was gonna walk away for roll, but everyone's following us.
It's a big.
All right. So
Something's
I have something
happening.
else to.
VC.
Dangerous is
I'm
this
going
machine?
Justin, I
VC4
need
Because
to
all
Wildcat.
it
fix
did
my
was
internet.
All right.
All right, so I would like to apologize for Flynn's bluntness, but he is not currently aware that I have been. I know I told him, but he must have forgotten that we currently. Let's just go back here. There's a lot of mobs. That we were actually already working on a deal with this whole thing. We just wanted to let you guys know that we're not defenseless. Even if it isn't much compared to what you guys have, we'll still put up a fight. And not just talking about fighting you guys. I'm talking about anyone who wants to come here.
Yes, and I do not doubt that. However, it is just a bit. It is a bit of an offensive sort of gesture to just put up a weapon just because we want a resource that you have an abundance of.
Oh no, we did it for everything, including others in MineLabs server. I meant to say world. Pretend I said world.
I'm currently lagging right now.
Oh.
Yes, but
Isn't it an
just
offensive gesture about the weapons that you put up in our territory, specifically for them to be threatening located right next to people?
it is not to threaten you. No, it isn't. It's
Neither
just
is this
simply the
weapon.
trajectory lined up.
Neither of these.
Well, that's the thing is, we never intended for them to be threatening to you, but you just announced that this was a threat to us.
No, that's what Flint announced. I didn't know that was his speech. He didn't brief me on it beforehand.
So you had no clue what his intent on this project was, yet you still
I
approved
knew
of it.
it was defense against aliens, and I knew what it was for, and I knew what it could be used for. I did not expect him. He was like, hey, I want to build this in case you guys invade, or in case the other guys invade. So I was like, oh yeah, that's a good point. So he did not inform me that he intended to threaten you guys directly beforehand during the speech. Otherwise, I would have told him not to, because you guys are our friends, and we have deals made with you guys.
Yes. Especially, does he know that we are supplying you with the naval forces, which I intend to start creation on soon?
I did not inform him on the naval forces, but I did inform him that you guys are, in fact, paying for the resources.
Hmm.
I'll also apologize for anything I said during the thing. I kind of got caught in the moment because that thing was pretty crazy.
It was an interesting device, to say the least. How did you supply power to it? I noticed that it can't withdraw.
That's a top secret note for information.
A simple scan cannot show where the power comes from. Of course it is. See, as being just in the science department, you see some really weird things, hear weird stories, but never before would I think I'd be sitting here seeing a weapon of such caliber being crafted out of what is essentially, and to put into basic terms, wooden duct tape.
I do not know what duct tape is, but wood, that's pretty much what everything we have here is made out of. We start from the basics and work up, never stopping till we reach our goals.
Hmm.
Now, I do want to make sure we check beforehand if our goals are reasonable. This wasn't just a, oh yeah, I guess you can do that. No, we talked about this a lot beforehand.
Yes, I understand that your concerns and thought of a necessary precaution to any sort of invasion, and it is a very understandable thing. I feel like we would do the same if we were in a certain situation. It's just, I don't know if the way that you presented it to us was the right way to present something to people, especially
Yeah,
he does. You did have to take into account that we do currently have a artifact that we don't even know its powers are capable of, though we do know that it could cause the destruction of an entire world.
I'm going to be talking to Flint about his presentation style, because I also agree with you that he shouldn't have threatened anyone like this. I was going to kind of threaten, I wanted to threaten the people on the MineLabs server because they've been really dishing us lately. So I wanted to make it
Yes, I have
clear
noticed.
that if they have any ideas, that would not be a good one. but I did not intend for anyone to be threatened in this caliber. It was mostly a thing like, oh, in fact, like the only reason we even showed you it firing was simply because, well, we didn't think you would believe us unless you saw it.
Well, I did believe you as soon as I saw it, because scans can indicate a power withdraw, and I know that sort of model before and a type of design like it. You seem to have evolved fairly well to at least take the basic steps to building a weapon, though. I still don't understand where you could get the power withdrawal in the supply and how you made an accurate laser trajectory projectile like that, though it is I will say design is pretty primitive, though it is an effective one that I have recognized before and is still used in modern day.
Mm-hmm. Well, I unfortunately cannot reveal any secrets. Perhaps in the future we can share more information, but for now, can't let too much go out. Spaghetti is gonna. Okay, hold on. He should not have been inside of her. Out of character, that's what would have happened in character if he went inside.
I would figure it is a weapon after all.
Yeah, you
Well,
can't just
it is
go
a
inside.
it is a weapon with displaced power charge. You do realize that this could be as much of a threat to you as it is to us, because with a
Well,
power
that's how.
supply that, with a power charge in that sort of small containment, could cause a nuclear refusion reaction blast to occur, meaning that
That's
the weapon could
always
fire off, backfire into itself.
that's always a threat. And again, that still falls under the same about your guys' weapons and literally any weapon.
It's true, our weapons do tend to have
Hope.
mistakes built into them.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully, we'll never have to use this again.
You can only hope.
Yeah.
Though
Well,
we will still be building our active defense system, so if an ACOS invasion is
no,
in
continue with that.
if an ACOS invasion is likely, we will defend with
Mhm.
our. I don't want to say more. I don't want to sound like I am bragging here, trying to become the bigger man here, because this is an impressive design, especially for people of your caliber. However,
Yeah.
we do have a more advanced and advanced weaponry system, which is meant for a ground support
Mm-hmm.
defense unit, and it is very high budgeted. The thing that I don't think you would understand is the budget that we are spending just to defend this planet does kind of prove the point that we are not here to just take, we are here to help.
Yes, I am aware of that. I'll have to explain more to Flint. I didn't, like I said, I didn't know. I knew he was distrusting. He said that he was distrusting of you guys, right? And I explained to him how, no, you guys are our friends. I did not know he was this distrusting of you. And, well, you as the United Consortium of Systems.
Yes, it's just a peculiar situation to be in.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, Command's gonna have to take into account this report. You see, the thing is, I am only one person who is meant to report whatever happens. I can't just make an announcement or make a claim. I can't just say, okay, we'll stop the beryllium. I don't even want to be mining for it as of right now, but I understand it's what we're using it for is for a better cause.
You guys are free to continue mining.
Right. Well, because I know. So that was just a bit funny. I know that with the orbital defense system in place, this orbital defense, you can easily take down a simple outpost that we have. But the thing is, I can't just make the decision to stop whatever mining operations we have, and you can't just use this as a sort of bartering, because you do realize that it is a severe offense to even probably try to lay a single hand or weapon onto us.
No, don't worry. We do not intend to do that. That was simply a, hey, you guys don't have to worry about us so much on the invasion. Well, originally, what I intended this to be spoken to for you is simply, well, I figured you'd want to be here to see it, because we were going to make this no matter what. Even if you guys didn't exist, we would have made something like this. Anyways, I figured that we...
So wait, if you said if we were never even here, you would have made something like that. Does this imply that you did believe of a terrestrial life before? You had a common conception that maybe that there was something out there that was farther beyond your reach.
Well, more like, well, sort of. There's a dimension known as the Nether. We've traveled to there, and you can see the structures of old. Thousands of years ago, they once invaded the overworld. Now, circumstances we're kind of fine now. But in the future, I would like to prevent any incidents like that. And for example, the N. Ancient structures, no life. What happened to them? Of course, I know what happened to them. But if
Well, it is
anyone were to
just
come in, if I highly doubt those are the only two dimensions out there. This is my opinion from before you guys, and then your guys' existence just confirmed it, which it simply accelerated the process of constructing weapons such as this.
well, I can assure you that in an instance of any sort of invasion, we will keep you updated on any sort of importance. Because as of right now, the only major thing that you need to know about is the current war between between the Allied Confederacy and the United Consortium of Systems.
Mm-hmm.
Though I highly doubt that that the Galactic Union will have any sort of interval. The Galactic Union is a sort of is a what is it? Socialist based system of working and living. They took a corner of the government way about 3,200 years ago, once the United Consortium of Systems formed.
Mm-hmm.
What they decided to do was there's this belief that once humanity has evolved and that once intelligent life has become grave enough, we will have no more need for a standard economic system that is capitalism, which is the one that we use, and that we can work together for a common goal. Though we're not that advanced yet, nor do I think that theory is even true, because as I think human intelligence will always get in the way of the goal of a common man. So, as of right now, they're off doing whatever. They're very, very strict on rules. We don't really know what goes on. We just know that the people there are not really well off, to put it simply.
Mm-hmm.
But I highly doubt they will have any care for a place like this.
You said this was. I think I might have misheard. You said this was the people you're at war with.
No, this is not the people we are at war with. We are currently at we have made peaceful relations with them. However,
Yeah, I
I
misunderstood.
highly doubt.
I just didn't hear the faction name.
It is we call them the Galactic Union. They have a much longer name. They're
Mhm.
the People's Republic Galactic Union of Workers, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very long title, and I can't be bothered to memorize it at this
Yeah.
moment in time, since I do not specialize, and they take up a small portion of the galaxy. Yet they still can be considered a threat, though I highly doubt they would. We're really far away. You're kind of in a borderline between the Allied Confederacy space and Union space
Mm-hmm.
and Consortium space. You're in the between the line there. So how do I put it? We wanted to show you guys a galactic map because that would probably pique your interest and show you more. However, just take this grass block here, for example, this 1 meter by 1 meter. You are down in that corner right there. They're
Mhm.
up in this. Well, you're more around this sort of area,
I
like,
get the point. I get the gesture.
and they're up there.
Yeah. We have our own map system. When we first started construction of Novacore, I sent my company Primatech put up some satellites to take some photos and make a map so we can keep track of each other and what's going on.
Yes, and our command has provided us with evidence of satellite imagery and other sort of basic satellite projectiles.
Yes.
Now, I
Well,
will say that the other faction that you have to have no worries about, as they probably, I wouldn't want to say it's something to worry about, because if they heard Berethrium here, they'd come here, but luckily this whole mission's
Mhm.
classified as the Alliance of Corporate
Sorry, you cut out.
Entities, their
Uh,
own government.
Repeat
I,
everything.
I don't
It
want to.
just broke. It just cut out entirely.
The Alliance of Corporate Entities, I don't want to say that they're a threat, but I also don't want to say they're not a threat, because if they heard that there's rare materials here, they'd probably come and try to take it all, because they are a bunch of companies who came together and decided to rebel against our ways of capitalism and try to make their own free form of having anything really goes, which is not entirely a smart way of doing things, but we don't really know what to do here.
Hold on, someone joined the call.
Booba boo booba.
Why are you here?
Why not?
I am literally on half a heart.
Why eat.
I'm trying.
Stop killing our cows. Oh, they all left. I didn't
they
make
all
any
left.
sound when they left. Um. Yeah, I can't think of too much to discuss. If there's anything, if there's anything you feel that we need to clarify more, I can't really think of anything or anything you feel you need to clarify more. Else, I think that's about it. Everyone's just throwing junk.
Everyone just threw everything at me.
Why? I guess they're bored.
Guess so.
I mean, you see that on. Oh, I want to say another I'm worried about. Oh, remember I was telling you about the previous Nether invasion? Happened long time ago.
Yes.
Well, you've seen that guy. He says he's a representative of the Nether.
Yes, I do know who you're talking about.
I'm a little bit of worried about his intentions. So, just this is another thing, just in case.
In which ways are you worried about his intentions?
I think, well, we remember during the meeting, right? They seemed pretty upset about us. He seemed like he was upset about us going inside and mining things. Now, I do wish to strike peaceful deals, but if his character shows anything, if their character shows anything similar to the current creatures living inside of the Nether or the Nether in the past, then we better keep an eye out for them. Because this weapon, it is in fact designed to fire through portals.
So what you're saying is, previously this world used to have been taken over by the Nether itself.
Not taken over, but there was an invasion. They kind of showed up, then they started to invade, and well, there is a disease, and that's what keeps them out now. See, if you've seen the creatures known as piglins, right? As soon as they enter into the overworld, they start transforming, and then they transform into zombie piglins, which are like
Yes.
piglins, but only a shell of their former selves, and they're not very intelligent. So,
Well, yes, that's a common virus that can occur. Well, it's not a
No.
it's a very uncommon virus to occur, but specifically in that species itself is very strange.
they're very prone to it, and the only reason I've been researching diseases lately, and the only reason it's the whole Nether is not infected by this at this point is because of how hot the Nether is. They can't really survive in there. But once the transformation sets in, there's nothing it can really go back to. Then after millennia passed, eventually zombie pigments just became like any other creature in the world, generating and ungenerating.
Hmm.
But regardless, this was also like a weapon against them if they tried anything, because who knows how long it is. Because that guy, he did not look anything like a zombie piglin, and he was in the overworld just fine. So they may intend. So I'm worried that they may intend to rule over the overworld. And in fact, if you look at satellite imagery of this planet, you'll see that his base, his entire area where he lives, has been transformed into the Nether. So it wouldn't surprise me at all that they'll try to invade here
Go back to
for
playing C.
resources.
Do you wish for me to do a heavier investigation of the area?
That would be nice, but you won't have to worry about it too much. I at least hoping that this will be enough. We're currently investigating ourselves.
Well, because
Spaghetti, leave.
this
I was gonna ask Quentin a question. Are we gonna play Sea of Thieves?
Most possibly, because I don't think Liam's back on the server yet. So okay.
I gotta buy that game.
What?
See a face. I have to buy that game.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Oh no. The reason I haven't been on the server much lately is because school and all that, and then
Yeah,
and then
I am
Sea of
live
Thieves.
streaming.
See, my only other my partner who I do everything with has currently been playing Sea of Thieves, so I was
Mhm.
like, okay, I guess I'll just play Sea of Thieves, and now we're kind of behind on things.
No,
So
it's
yeah,
fine. I haven't been on the server much either. I was glad everyone else stopped as
yeah.
soon as I stopped.
I think what we should do, because I know it's a common debate, what should we restart when the next update comes out or whatnot? I think we just shouldn't. I think what we should do is wait until everyone's common goals are done until everyone, because if the roleplay is still going strong,
Yeah,
but the
that's
problem is, because the problem I see is the roleplay I think will keep going strong, but we just won't be as active at certain points. Because I think by the time summer hits, we'll be active again, but
yeah.
then we'll want to switch, but we won't want to switch.
Well, what we do for all the previous seasons of Nova of no, I keep so many different names for the
MineLabs.
server. MineLabs. What we usually do is we wait, and after when everybody is done with the current server as is, then we reset and bring it over to the next one. Like when we reset the MineLabs 2.0, nobody was doing anything at all. Flint, why are you here?
Because you've been talking about my weapon for 15 minutes, and the event's over.
Quick,
Well, it's
Flint,
just
look, there's a zombie. Go kill it.
This place has to be evacuated.
No, yeah, I
It's
guess we should probably leave. Well, I can't
Are
think
you
of
still-
anything else to discuss.
well, I just
where
wanted
were
to
you?
mention we were talking about something, and I remember I was talking about why we haven't been active, and what we should probably do for resetting
Mm-hmm.
the future. Yeah, I don't, because probably by the time summer hits, we're all going to probably become active again, or
Yeah.
once a big break like that hits. Because if winter break happened and we were all active, problem is we weren't thinking about things coming back up and coming back into full swing again. So.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm just saying, because I like this roleplay, and I'd hate to have to reset everything and go to a different one just because we want to reset for the new update
Oh,
that's going to come
yeah.
out by the time we're all active again.
I don't want to because out of character, I've got a bunch of things planned for Nova Corps, but I do want to say out of character. I actually had. Is Flint still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Out of character. No, I intend to trying to keep good relationships between Nova Corps and everything. I do know before the server resets, I'm going to have Nova Corps is probably going to invade the rest of the server. I don't know. This is out of character.
I figured.
Yeah, because the goal of Nova Corps is basically to bring peace throughout the server by dominating it and forcing everyone into one governmental system.
You know what? Fair enough.
By the way, whilst at this point in the roleplay, I'll be waiting for you to make the next move. So, but that doesn't need to happen anytime soon either, because this thing took a lot of work to make.
He wants to
I would like a break.
take a break, Flint.
That's fine. I mean, I don't have much time to get on anyways, because my partner who builds the things. You see, I gather everything. I think I probably have everything gathered to make three of our weapons, but the partner who builds the things just, not here.
Yeah.
Oh man, that zombie's got a sword. Watch out!
I am planning a server event. It's not going to be canon to the server, but what's going to happen is I'm going to be researching a bioweapon. Then it's going to break out, and then everyone's going to be someone's going to start off infected by this, and the goal is trying to infect everyone else. And once everyone's affected, the event ends. But it's not going to be canon. I'm not actually going to be developing any bioweapons.
Yeah, that would be very confusing and weird.
Yeah, I just wanted to do. I had the idea a while ago, and I figured out how to get the commands working. I can even have the disease infect mobs and stuff. But I just figured it would be a fun server event to do. I'm basing it off of when we do. Were you on during the boat plague?
Yes, I was online during the boat plague. This was before we were confirmed aliens as well, so
Yeah, this would happen. It would happen like the boat plague. Um,
I now remember what I was talking about the conversion of the nether to the overworld to nether. If that is to take place, then that would be a very interesting topic, as the reshifting of atoms is a very strange concept to be coming from another dimension as well.
oh, I don't know if they're changing anything physically. I think they were just mining up this block and placing netherite.
Yeah, they're kind of just the nether's kind of just spilling onto the
Yeah.
overworld, I think is what happening. This thing's powered by the nether primarily.
Yes, I did get a basic scan off when walking into this area, and did notice that there's a giant power discharge between the central exhaust port, and I wish to know exactly how are you maintaining the power, and you do realize that this
No, of
can
course,
combust at any second.
Well, no, it's completely stable. Trust me, trust
Oh, I
me.
never said it was unstable. I just said if one
well,
wrong
if it
if
could
one wrong
combust at
move is
any,
made.
if it could
Well,
combust at any
yes,
second,
if it is damaged and or disassembled improperly, then it could have very negative effects to this side of the planet.
Well,
But
there is a complete difference between unstable and a negative discharge.
I don't know your science words. I just built a super weapon.
Yes, it is stable, but the negative discharge needs a positive and negative fusion to exist. And currently, as of right now, your fusion is only a negative, and there's a giant discharge, meaning that it could, if operated incorrectly or disassembled, or if anything goes in incorrectly, an incorrect input can cause a problem, or incorrect weather condition, or something of the sorts.
we can assure you that we know what we're doing here. At least he
Yeah,
does.
listen.
He may not have the terms down because our science is different from yours, from different cultures, but we can assure you we know what we're doing here. We wouldn't have built this thing if we expected it to destroy everything.
Trust me, not a single block placed there was done without extreme thought and care, and in care into keeping that core happy.
And besides, it's not too unstable. You saw how Spaghetti climbed inside of it and then died.
Yes,
So, and
but
there was no one else died. Only the person who crawled inside.
Right.
Hmm.
All right, Flynn, but you weren't supposed to
And
threaten. Well, you weren't supposed to threaten them because we actually are allies with them, and we do have deals worked out. I told you about this before, but I just didn't tell him. He's actually going to be supplying us with naval supplies, like ships and stuff. But I told you about how we worked out a deal, and they're
well,
going to be slowly reinstating us to become more advanced, so we can become equivalent with them.
this is a good time to say then is that I'm not against you, and I'm not against the space people. I just
figured as
want to make
much.
sure that any trade is a fair trade, and just for you to know that if you try and
Try and steal. Okay.
try and steal or try and attack us,
There
that
will
you
be
can't.
Yes,
get
I
away.
understand the need to show that that you will defend yourselves and that you need a certain active defense systems in range. Though the way that you did present it to us was a bit more of a threat than it was
Yeah.
hey, we have this, and this is. You threatened that we needed to stop an entire mining operation, which needs to be discussed by an entire council. Now, yes, I will send
Which
in a
we
word
are-
about this, but I have no final say in what happens.
He also, I do want to make it clear, he does not have final say in the negotiations of Nova Corps. I am the Emperor, so
Yes, I'm just.
Flint, if you wanted to make declarations like that, you got to talk to me beforehand, because I am for security in Nova Corps. I have not shared every single secret with you.
Okay.
I was I was unaware, but I hope we are all in an understanding that this is not meant to be a threat, and this is meant to be a just in case, and it was mostly meant for a threat for others. In for I forget his name, but the guy who came who was representing the Nether, although he may not be here to see it fire and see that we can in fact defend ourselves if necessary. Word will spread because everyone else was here.
But if you use the power discharge from the nether dimension itself to gain the power and an anti-flux capacitor to launch the projectile, wouldn't that they could control if it's to fire or not?
Well, no.
Well,
They don't have
I'm
they
under
don't have
control.
full control over the dimension. Like
And this,
how like we're in the overworld right here, but I cannot change the time of day or what's going on in it or what energy is drawn and what isn't. So
and
simply
this is just to say this isn't drawing power from the Nether. I've taken blocks that like this is self-contained. I've taken blocks from the Nether and I'm using them as power, but it's not actually. It's not like opening a portal into the Nether and like shooting that out. It's the blocks you see here are what's being used.
and another reason we can't share with you any apart from just the obvious ones, but we can't share any secrets about how this thing operates simply because they could have spies listening into this conversation right now, and since a lot of these supplies came from the Nether, which quite clear that a lot of these supplies came from the Nether, we do not wish for them to build one themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you do not need to explain its most basics to me, as I can probably get that with an indicative scan from a orbital satellite, or maybe a structural one. No, but I can't bring that technology down here. Though, it won't bother me in the terms of having to construct one, as we have our own design that we were going to be putting in place.
Uh-huh.
So, I did want to warn you of one more thing. As I know that you are the emperor and all, but you do have to realize that your patrons have to be loyal to you. Your subjects will have to be loyal. You can't just assume that they're not going to do a takeover and try to use this weapon to harm your own colony.
I know that 100%. Also, you probably shouldn't say that directly to the face of the person you're worried about. Don't worry, Flint's on our side.
Yes.
The only reason he went so overboard is because of a lack of information, which frankly I should have shared with him. That was an irresponsibility on my part.
Lack of information in what respect?
Remember, I didn't share enough details about how
yes,
we already made deals and stuff. Otherwise, he would have been like after I told him, you saw his reaction.
You see, when you said lack of information, I thought you were talking into an accordance of the Declassification Act, which I cannot control what is censored and what is not.
Oh, I don't mind about
I
that.
don't know. Oh, Flint, can you leave the call for a second?
Ah, fine. Okay.
Hold on. Let me just figure out exactly what I want to say. Besides, I do want to make it clear, he built this entirely on my own. The only thing he asked for help was resource gathering. And I told him to use resources, and then he forgot to use some of my resources. So he basically built this entire thing by himself. If he was not a part of Nova Corps, right, he would have just built this, and he would have been a loose string. So, yeah. He's on our side. I intend to keep it that way. But and I have my own ways to keep Flint under control. I trust him, but you were saying that I need to be careful about like letting my own citizens build stuff like this in case they use it against me, and that I would say he probably would have just built it anyways. He has split personalities.
Yes, I do know about a split personality disorder. However, this is a different case, as a technological jump of this severity because of access to otherworld dimensional blocks and figures, it can cause for issues, I could say, such as an advance of technology will allow for more warfare, but better warfare capabilities means that if he one day just decides that he wants to overtake you, he can easily. And I know that you can just think to turn to us. However, although our mission is
you can't.
However,
you can't interfere like that.
Yes, we cannot interfere like that. Though we can bring up the suggestion to our council and our members. However, it'll most likely not go through, as the scientific ethics committee is a very, very strict is very strict on policy of what can and cannot happen and what we can and cannot interfere with, especially in affairs that have not occurred in about 120 years or so. The last time we have done a first contact was over 100 years, and we wouldn't be here right now if we were not in the midst of a civil war. Only reason we sought to come here in the first place, especially due to your underdevelopment, normally we wait for automatic transportation systems of high calibers and electronic simulations and other sort of things that can and leisure time and entertainment systems. However, we cannot wait for that long as we're currently at threat, and since you're on borderline of ACUS territory, we had to come in as soon as possible.
Liam started playing Sea of Thieves. Are we gonna do that?
I guess so.
Okay, you go play CFEs.
Okay. Thank you.
You have my permission.
I guess, yeah. But
Where-
I do want to say though, I am so hyped for making the thing that we're going to be making for the thing. You
Yes.
know, the I don't know how much you know. I don't want to say too much because
That's fine. That's fine.
just know I am hyped, and I'm really hoping that the way I'm setting it up will really change some people's perspectives on how we exist.
Mm-hmm. I'm really hyped for like where the server's going. I was talking with Justine, and she's like, she has a bunch of things planned and stuff. A lot. I didn't really press her for what it is, but she has things planned. Josh, you has things planned. I have things planned. Oh, I wanted to say out of character. Particularly one of the main reasons I'm not really worried about Joshua is the Flint. You know how he has like the most multiple personality things?
Yeah.
Well, the current Flint that's in control absolutely loves governments and everything to do with them. So every single other Flint personality wants nothing to do with Nova Corps, except for the one that likes big weapons because of this thing. So that's why.
So the other one just likes government.
I forgot which Flint it was, but the one that he's being now just loves governments, and that's why he's a part of this government. Because he just loves governments and stuff so much.
That's an interesting take on a multiple personality disorder. There are existing cases of multiple personality disorder. However, to the severity of this one, where you think that you are this completely different person, all sharing the same body, is a very interesting one. Because normally, when you have split personalities, you don't know that the other ones exist. However, he is fully aware that the other ones exist.
Oh yeah, he practically has, I think it was 6 minds in one head. Because they talk to each other and they actually keep secrets from each other.
Also, I do want to say out of character, I do have stuff planned,
This
just
whole
like
thing
you.
I've been saying is out of character.
Yeah, you all have stuff planned. I know, like everyone, I also have stuff planned, and I'm just hyped. It's just the only thing is, I don't know how fast we can execute these plans, and that's why I was worried about the server.
Yeah.
Ending when the update comes out, because like I have plans. It's just I don't know how fast I can execute them, especially with what's happening now.
You were on during the last server, so you saw how dead the server got before we reset.
Yeah.
So that's generally when we reset. There was only.
But the
one
thing is, the
season
difference
beforehand.
between last server and this one was last server there was no more goal or anything. There was no RP. There was nothing. This time, I think that there's a way to maintain it. It's just I would hate to see it go. Because what I'm seeing right now is we're having that downward trend where where it's going to become sort of inactive almost. But I don't want to say it's dead and we need to change it by the time the next update comes out.
From the past, from what I've seen we've done in total 3 seasons of MineLabs. Every single time summer break, everyone's super active and everything, and especially when things are going on like how they are now. Like usually when during winter time, like right now when everyone has school and stuff, nobody's on the server like at all. So when people are this active, when during the slowest time of the server, you can bet they're going to be very active during summer if role playing keeps up, which it is.
But what I'm saying is, if like summer hits and it's the activity is how it is now, then there's probably a need to reset. Though if the activity is how it was like when during like winter break,
Mm-hmm.
I think it would probably be good. I'm just saying that
We'll cross
I
that bridge
think
when
we
we get
should.
there.
I'm just saying because like I just think that we shouldn't base it off of like, oh, there's nothing fun happening now, we need to reset, because I feel that during summer there will be more interesting stuff to go on and whatnot.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
I just also want to say because like if I go on like a long break, you know, like a month break of the server, I don't want to like, you know, because I know that you guys want to read logs and whatnot. I know about all that, and I want to continue making
Mhm.
things. It's just the time I have is kind of limited as of right now, and with everything just changed on me, especially with school and whatnot, it's kind of weird.
I was going that way. Yeah, I see exactly what you mean, but don't worry. Zeph was kind of slowing down because she was like waiting on you, and I was like, bro, don't wait, don't wait on him. You got to just do it yourself. And then she's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, okay. So she went back into it, and you know how Flint called you and discussed you what was gonna happen today beforehand.
Yeah.
That was my doing because I knew these kinds of things need to be organized. But yeah, I
A
don't
wise leader.
going from what's going on. I really don't think the server is going to die anytime soon. Things are actually starting to kick up a little bit more. There's a bit of a slowdown with, particularly with people who aren't engaging in roleplay, but the people who are role playing seem to be going. So you have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, I was just saying though that I might be a bit inactive on the making of it, the making of roleplay sort of end, especially since I now have the commitment to Annan's project as well. But not only that, I just because I want to stay active because there's things I want to do, but the problem is I don't know if I'll have time to do it. So
Well,
Mhm.
if you have to if you won't be back for a while, trust me, I've got like 10 other plots I can do while waiting for this one to continue.
Yeah, same. Like
You come back when you're
I've
ready.
actually had the exact same worry thing. I was like, I was so terrified. I was so terrified that
I'll be
we
right
were
back.
gonna end the server before I would even have my first airship built on Nova Core. And I was like, I had this whole thing planned. I was gonna have these airships, and I was going to. Hello, Josh. And I was going to invade and stuff, and then after that was pretty much going to be like the season finale of of the server. Hey, maybe that's how we'll end it. We'll have that thing go wrong
actually, I had a thought, but it won't make sense until
after you do the thing.
Annan's plan goes through.
Mm-hmm.
Because it sort of canonically would it would give a canonical explanation to how it would literally reset.
Oh yeah.
It would give a canonical
I
explanation to how the server would literally reset.
I had my
Okay, I'm
own.
back.
I made up my own like random reason for it, but along with explaining like my freaky frog character, bunch of lore far before the server. But for like what goes on when the server resets. But I hope something else happens.
I don't know, but it'll only make sense once the plot information is revealed through the other
Yeah.
thing. I'm just saying, probably expect inactivity on my end of the spectrum of what goes on until after or midway through the completion of Annan's project or around there.
Mm-hmm.
Because I need to work on that, and I need more time to think of other things and to plotline stuff.
Yes.
It's just I felt like the server might die without, because like I don't want to feel like I'm taking away all the spot. I don't want to feel like I'm taking the spotlight here, but like I noticed like for that week I was writing a whole ton of stuff and I was kind of the backbone of what was happening as long as server RP went.
Well,
But you guys
well,
seem to have
I'm
it
gonna
as
say,
well.
right now, your story is kind of like the center roleplay that everyone else's branches off of.
Yeah, so like yeah, I can
So,
see like a
You're like
roleplay taking
you're
off.
like the
Yeah.
DM.
Mm-hmm. But I have actually been. It's really like this. Yours is the most major one, right? So
Yeah.
like it's got a lot of big things planned. So mine's probably unless Flint and Zeph have something planned they didn't tell me, is the second most major one being it's the whole Empire thing. So
Yes.
Still
but
haven't done
because of
anything.
that, but because of how major both of our role plays are, well mainly yours, we just have to pop in and go like, hey, this is happening.
I mean, that's
Do you
fine.
guys
And
want to do anything about
at the
that?
same time, the two major ones even coexist in each other since, I kind
Yeah.
of, the United Constructive Systems kind of has to help you guys, and you need
Mm-hmm.
to, see, well, everyone's pretty much branches off from ours,
Yeah.
which is what I find actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I like doing it. I like running
Hey,
most of
you wanna see
what
something?
happens.
Watch
Yeah,
it.
sure.
You want to see how much of this place is built up land?
Oh no, how do I
Get
get
in.
out?
It's all
You
fake.
mine up the ceiling.
Oh hey, there's the water cooling system.
I had to build. It started
I
going over
can't
the
just,
ocean over
where
there.
where can I breathe
There's
at?
oxygen here. There's oxygen here. Anyways,
Okay, that's a
here's
lot
the
more
little.
than I thought there was.
Yeah, it's like two rivers in the ocean. I did dig
just-
up a.
Skeleton.
I should probably get out of here and then go with my friends next, all complaining, but yeah, as I said,
Wait, dig
expect
that
us.
hole again. Dig that hole again.
Ow, that's the wrong hole.
Do expect a slowdown
Justin,
on
over
here,
my
dig
end of
here.
things.
Justin, over here. Never mind.
Wait for me, Josh.
Put that dirt back.
Nobody will know.
Yeah, just do know that, as I said, there will be a slowdown of things with my majors. So I think that'll actually benefit both of us because that'll give you time to establish yours, and I will
Yeah.
come in and help you with your naval, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
the naval program, which I do intend to build at some point. It's just, as I said, there was kind of the shifting of everything, but I think by next weekend I'm going to start.
Yeah.
Hopefully on, at the very least, gathering the materials required.
Yeah. Don't be too stressed about getting it done. I pretty much had what had happened, what you were kind of saying, what happened with me. So a while ago, I decided, hey, we need an Enderman XP farm. So I started planning and working on it. And every single time I went to do it, I had to do stuff. And it took me a month before I could actually get the thing
Yeah.
built.
So that's the thing is, I take inspiration from Valve whenever it comes to projects and whatnot, where I
Yeah.
just don't reveal any information or make any promises until it's 100, until like I'm almost done with it. Problem is, I can't just wait till I'm almost done with this one to confirm anything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like Valve's system. Most
I-
people in the community don't.
No, nobody likes
That's the
Valve.
thing, though. No one likes it, but the thing is, no one likes
Well-
it, but the thing is, there's so many game development flops like Cyberpunk
Yeah.
2077. You want to know why that flopped? Because people forced them to release it when they said it was a buggy mess, but they said we want it, and they all complained. Valve
Yeah.
system works no matter how much you hate it.
Yeah, Valve system works really good. In fact, like what I do is whenever I
Works
try to,
up until-
I
it works, but
I
I just do think they go overboard a bit when they almost don't release a trailer for the game they've been working on for years.
But yeah, that is a bit overboard, but the thing is,
go ahead.
if you did look into it, the game was going to be completely different. So if they released a trailer 4 years into the making of the product,
Uh-huh.
it would have been completely different after
Yeah,
2 more years
yeah.
of the product being made. So that's why they do that, because Valve is
Mhm.
very advanced at what they do.
It's not like a terrible system. It's just they do go overboard sometimes, and I just kind of wanted to mention
Their
that.
system's great because you complain about it until something great comes out. Now, what I will say is their system of how they're giving employees free choice of what they get into is pretty cool. But I feel like they need to make deadlines between different ones, like the TF2 and
Well,
whatnot.
they were
'cause
saying
they need
how
that.
they were trying. I had just watched a documentary on it. They were saying how that method worked, and then they tried it right, but it didn't work, so they stopped doing it.
Yeah, they had to stop doing like the work on whatever you want because people were enjoying it less and there was less productivity.
People were seeing it was weird. People were enjoying it more when they were forced to do something.
Well, yeah, because I'm pretty sure what the reason for why is because they were the way people who in creative design and art sort of work is when you're given a specific deadline and a specific goal, your brain starts to work faster. So when they're said, okay, you have to make this, and it has to be in this specific plot and timeline, the brain worked immediately. They got it there, they figured it out, and I can even say the same thing. Like I can barely think of a plot for where I want to go with this, but when Annan said that, why the story has to, for the thing that we're doing, has to fit within this time, within this spectrum, I was like, okay, immediate story there. I'm done. We just have to build it now. That's pretty much it.
Yeah,
We
that
pretty much just have to build.
Same thing for me. Whenever I'm programming a video game, if I don't give myself a deadline, it just kind of gets pushed to the side. Like, not even me just being lazy. It just somehow things happen and it just gets pushed to the side, or I can't think of anything for it. But when I give myself a deadline, like, all right, if you don't finish it by then, well, you're done. You can't do anything with it by now. You
The
have
more restrained you are, the more creative you are.
Yeah,
and
like my best games were the ones where I had like a 2-day deadline. Or I made this one really bad game in like an hour. It's really boring to play.
that's not your best game.
That's not my best game. It's my best looking game though. Because
Gotta-
afterwards I just started messing with the graphics a ton.
I've got to get some glass to fix
Put
the
paints in there.
launch.
Okay, I probably need to go.
Yeah.
You know.
We
Yeah,
managed to
okay.
appease
See ya.
them for a little bit, but I think they're gonna start getting salty
I just
soon.
feel a bit like bad because of the whole situation of there's going to be a slowdown in my end of things, but I don't know
that's
why,
fine.
because it should probably help you guys if anything, because it'll allow for you guys to develop your whatever a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I just did. You know, you hadn't been doing much, and I used that time to create a super weapon.
I was actually kind of worried about.
But I do feel that you would probably have done it no matter what, so I'm not
Well,
really
I would have
counting
done it no
that as
matter what, but like this made it so that nothing important was happening while I was doing it, so I
It's
wasn't left
true.
behind.
Yeah, me, I'm just so busy all the time. I
glass.
don't get to put nearly as many hours into the server as I would like to, or need to get anywhere on the scope where the majority of the people sit on the server. So
We got
I'm
netherite.
glad to know there's a slowdown.
Do you want me to do you want me to give you a help since Kellen is never on the server? I've been like stocking up netherite to, help him
And I just
grind.
TNT'd my roof.
Like literally at the end of winter break, I don't know if you're probably not in school anymore, but at the end of winter break I said we need to like gamer grind so you can actually be efficient when you try and do things on the server. And he said, "Okay, we can do that sometime." And that was like a couple months. That was like almost 2 months ago.
Okay,
Yeesh.
I'm gonna actually end the live
Yeah,
stream
it was
now.